How's everyone doing today? Welcome back to On the Ball and welcome to the last Predict the Prem of the season where I lead Sim by 404 to 365. Sim is going to need some sort of miraculous comeback in the last game week of the season. 5 points for goal, 1 point for a 5 points for a completely correct scoreline, 1 point for a correct result. Starman, once you pick that man, you can't pick them again. Well, you literally can't because it is the last game week of the season. 5 points for a goal, 2 points for an assist. Let's see what we've predicted going into the last game. Bournemouth against Leicester. Sim's gone for 3-0. I've gone for 2-0. And yeah, I mean, look, Leicester's, they've given Vardy the big send-off. They're already relegated. Bournemouth as well. I mean, they can't get Europe anymore, can they, Bournemouth?
No, I think they're too far gone.
So, I mean, this game's a dead rubber, but I feel like Bournemouth are going to want to give their fans a good send-off at home last game of the season.
I think so. It's not been like the best second half of the season for them, but I think last game at home, I think overall it's been a very good season for Iraola and he's done a great job. And I think the last game at home against, a relegated Leicester side who we know are poor, they've been poor for a long time. So I think it's going to be an emphatic late finish for Bournemouth and a 3-0 win.
Fulham against Manchester City. Sim has gone for 1-0 to City. I've gone for 2-1. Look, I think City just need to win this by hook or by crook to keep in that top four. They are third right now, so it's a big game for them on the last day. Fulham, not really much to play for, but a really good season. They're going to want to give their fans a good send-off as well last game at Craven Cottage, but I think Man City are just going to be too strong with something to play for.
Yeah, I think in these kind of games, like when there's so much on the line and they kind of just need the victory, they kind of are played similar to like finals in a way, like a lot of tension, and I feel like it's going to be the same. I think City will get the goal, they'll defend, they'll make sure Fulham don't score, and they'll win the game 1-0. So I just went for 1-0 on this one.
Ipswich against West Ham. Sim's gone for 2-1 to Ipswich. I've gone for 1-1.
Yeah, look, they're obviously a send-off for the season. Who knows what the future holds for the likes of Kieran McKenna, Liam Delap, and a lot of their players who have some of them impressed. Obviously, the season is going to end in relegation, but look, they've had some decent performances, and I think West Ham obviously not been good for a while, and I think Ipswich are just going to give their fans a big send-off going to the new season into the Championship, and with Delap's last game and things like that, I think they'll want a big send-off in front of their home fans. So I've gone for them to sneak it at 2-1 here.
Yeah, I think with West Ham, obviously Jarrod Bowen is the one that keeps propping up week after week. Like even in a really poor season for West Ham, he's actually had a really good season. I feel like they've got enough quality to hurt this Ipswich side, so I just couldn't really split them. None of these sides kind of can buy a win at this moment in time. I know they beat Manchester United a couple of weeks ago, but I mean, everyone's kind of beating them at this moment in time. So I feel like it's just going to finish 1-1. And yeah, a game with no jeopardy whatsoever. So not much in it. So Liverpool Palace. Liverpool already obviously won the league. Crystal Palace have won the FA Cup. So this is a sneak preview into the Community Shield at the beginning of next season. So yeah, Sim's gone for 1-1. I've gone for 2-1 to Liverpool. I just feel the feeling around Anfield is just going to be too good last game of the season. It's going to be party mode. It's going to be party mode in the away end as well. I think it's just going to be such good vibes in this game. And I feel like Liverpool I think the atmosphere will just about see them over the line at 2-1.
Yeah, both, obviously Palace reacted to winning the FA Cup with a really good win against Wolves, but I think both teams are going to be in party mode, celebration fever at Anfield. But I think Palace, I'm still think they're going to obviously want to, the way they play, they usually do well against like the bigger sides. I think Liverpool have been partying a lot. They haven't been getting the best results over the last few weeks. Obviously, Trent, I don't know if he's going to get a send-off. There's a debate whether he should play or not. Some saying he should play and captain the side in his last game. Some say shouldn't be involved at all, doesn't deserve to be part of the trophy celebrations. So I think that's probably going to be the main talking point. But I just went for a 1-1 here. I actually just see a game where both teams are probably a bit off it.
It's a shame that that's going to be the talking point in the last game of the season when they're going to lift the trophy, isn't it? Because he's been such a good servant to them, boy that's come through the academy, a Scouse boy, and yeah, he's going to Real Madrid after winning it all at Liverpool. So it should only be nothing but good vibes for him, and I think he should, lead the side out and captain the side, and he should be gaining the utmost respect from the fans. But it's a shame it's not working out that way, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. And he should be celebrated. It should be a hero's send-off. And the fact that there's some fans out there, quite a few it seems, who are kind of bitter about it and not happy the fact that he's leaving. Obviously, understandably not happy, but, want to make it a bad ending is very disappointing. I'm sure he's not happy with that. But, yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame for him.
Manchester United against Villa. We've both gone for Villa win. Sim 1-0. I've gone for 2-0. Yeah, I can't see anything but a Villa win. Man United obviously been terrible on the back of losing the Europa League final as well. I just feel like Villa just have to win this game. If they've got any sort of chances to get in the top four, they have to win. And I think they will do that. And I think they'll be kind of resolute at the back, pick their moments to go forward and put the ball in the back of the net. And I think they'll do it.
Yeah, I agree. Off the back, obviously, United losing that Europa League final, that the kind of the atmosphere in the team, I'm sure, is not going to be great going into this one. Villa have just seemed to be getting the job done recently. I think there's 3 clean sheets in a row. They've just kind of gotten over the line over the last few weeks, keeping them in that hunt. If they get the win, I think if they get the win, they're guaranteed, obviously, to finish above one of Forest or Chelsea. Yeah. If they get that win, so obviously they'll be hoping Forest get the result, and then they'll be in that top 5. But it's a big day for them. But I think they'll get over the line.
Newcastle against Everton. Both of us gone for 2-0 to Newcastle. And if they do that, they will be in the top 4. They currently sit 4th right now. It's actually top 5. So I think at home to Everton. Everton, not really great travellers. Newcastle, obviously very good at home. And, with the fans behind them in such a big game, the Geordies are going to bring their A game for this one. And I think it'll be enough to see them over the line with the quality they have. I'm not sure if Isaac's back or not, but even without him, I think they'll have enough to win the game.
Yeah, I think they'll get the job done. It's a massive game in front of the home crowd. They're only on goal difference currently. It couldn't get any tighter, but a win, and they know they're there, and I think they'll get it.
Nottingham Forest against Chelsea. Both of us gone for the exact same scoreline here in 1-1. This is the biggest game of the weekend, isn't it? With both teams got the ambitions for top 4, and I just feel like neither of these sides have really impressed me in recent weeks. And, earlier on the season, I probably would have predicted a 1-0 win to Forest, but they've been kind of shitting the bed of late. And I think Chelsea will have more than enough to get a goal. But look, the draw in this game doesn't favour either of these sides, and it's going to really favour the teams around them.
Yeah, and obviously they both need to win. It's one of those weird games where a draw doesn't suit either team. So I expect it to be a good game, but I think Forest, although they got a good win last week to keep them in the hunt, they haven't been great in recent weeks. Chelsea, they've got a lot of wins, but they've all been very close games. And I think away to Forest, do I back them to go then actually get all 3 points away from home in this kind of game? I don't. I think it's going to be a tight game. Although I can see if the result is this way, going to the last 10 minutes, it could be a crazy ending because both teams just have to go for it because they can't really afford to draw. But I do see it ending in a draw. I don't think either team are going to be good enough to win the game. And if they draw, they're both going to miss out, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah. Southampton against Arsenal. Sim's gone for 3-0 to Arsenal. I've gone for 3-1.
Yeah, I think Arsenal should have a good end to the season here. Easy win. Southampton, stopped being the worst team in Premier League history by a point, but I don't think they're going to do anything in this game, so I went for 3-0.
Yeah, look, I think this is going to be a bit of a one-way traffic job. If you look back at the game a couple of weeks ago, Arsenal against Ipswich, they completely wiped the floor with them at Portman Road, and I feel like this could be similar. I feel like Southampton could get a goal because I don't think maybe Arsenal will be caring too much about the defensive side of things because of just the nature of the season. The season's done. They can't finish below second now. So this game is a dead rubber, but I just feel like both these sides will let their hair down a bit and provide a good game of football. So I've gone for 3-1 to Arsenal. Tottenham against Brighton. Both of us gone for 3-0 to Brighton. We've all seen the way that Spurs have been celebrating this Europa League win. To be fair, like we've said the same about Newcastle. We've said the same about Crystal Palace as well, and they've backed it up their cup wins with wins, but I don't see it being the same here for Tottenham. I feel like the whole of the club is just in complete party mode. There's a parade before the game today, and I just feel like this game is literally nowhere near the forefront of the club's mind. So I see Brighton take advantage of that.
Yeah, some players haven't even slept since the Europa League final. Apparently they're up till 7 a.m. So a lot of them after the game. So I don't know who's going to be in a fit state to play this game. The club put the parade before this game as well. So there's going to be more partying. Yeah, I think Brighton are going to take full advantage. And it's an important game for Brighton. If 8th becomes that European spot, which is unlikely at this point. But I guess they got to just win just in case of that possibility. So I do think Brighton are going to come here and come to the Tottenham Stadium, and even though Tottenham on a high, I think Brighton will take full advantage of the celebrations.
And last but not least, Wolves against Brentford. 2-2 we've both gone for. And yeah, I can see this being a bit of an end-to-end game, open game. Both these sides all season have been conceding a lot and scoring a lot. And I can see this being a bit of a nice game to watch, a good one for the neutral going into the last game of the season.
Yeah, Brentford obviously had a brilliant form, but that loss against Fulham would have really been a gut punch because the way it happened and the position they were in before that. So I think now with Europe being a remote possibility, I don't think they're going to win this game. I think Wolves are going to have a good end to the season with Vitor Pereira just to get a point, share the spoils at the end. So I went for 2-2 as well. Cunha send off.
Yeah. It looks like he's going to Manchester United. I think that's a bit of a weird one when you look at the state of Man United to make that decision so quickly.
Maybe it's all changing after that Europa League. Come on, Tottenham. Get your hat in the ring, son.
And we really should be. Star men, Sim's gone for Evanilson. I've gone for Semenyo, a Bournemouth head-to-head. We know how that usually works out.
Yeah, I know. It's a 0-0 incoming.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't picked Evanilson. Surprisingly, also, I was surprised myself. I thought I'd picked him, but I hadn't. So maybe he's going to have a good end to the season against Leicester.
Yep. And I've picked Semenyo. Look, he's been brilliant all season. And if anyone's going to get the goals, it's probably going to be one of these two. So we'll see what happens. Bournemouth head-to-head going into the last game week of the season. 365 to Sim, 404 to me. Can Sim do the catch-up job? We'll have to wait and see.
4 goals. I need how many goals for Evanilson? I need like 6 goals from him. Double
Make
hat-trick.
sure that Semenyo gets none of the assists.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to become the first player to score a double hat-trick, and I'm going to get some 5-pointers on top of that as well.
All right, we'll have to wait and see what happens. But that is your last Predict the Prem of the season. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and we'll see you next time.